Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kyle from the GMS Prophetic Vibration in Trinidad. Coming again with another video. All in all, I like to keep it simple, especially for the younger brothers or young brothers just like me in the truth. Try to make it simple and easy, right? This video is just a few scriptures I'm gonna pull pertaining to us not having free will, right? So let's see by the title, right? So first and foremost, I want to say Kal Alayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation unto the brothers who preach the truth through the four corners of the earth. Shalom unto the speckled birds of Israel who look like the other nations and is of the nation of Israel. And shalom unto the Aquats who listening and learning. Right, let me jump straight into this. The first scripture is Sirach chapter 33 and verse 10. All men are from the ground, Salakia, and Adam was created of the earth. In much knowledge, Yahweh had divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them had he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them had he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. So this is self-explanatory, but for the ones who don't understand as much, it's basically saying that we know the Lord made us, right? We know that for a fact, right? So whatever it is that he wants to do with us, right, he could do it, and he does do it, right? As I say, the clay is in the potter's hand. We is the clay and the Lord is the potter. So whatever he wants to make of us, he does it, right? And that scripture, we connect with this scripture here, which is 2 Timothy 2 and 20, right? It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor, right? So going back to what the scripture said before, right? Let's see if I can click it back here. It was 33 and 10. Right. Give me a second here. I believe it's verse 12. So we say, some of them had he blessed and exalted, and some of them he had sanctified and set near himself. But some of them he had cursed and brought low and turned out of their places, right? So it connecting with the 2 Timothy, right? Because he made some to honor and some to dishonor, you know? So all the people that you see he made that are wicked, right, down to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right, he made them, right, he controlling them on the left hand side. They doing their job on the left hand side, and we know we have to do our job on the right hand side. We as men of the Lord, right, we are his chosen people, right? Another scripture to connect with that, right? I'm gonna get it here quick. It's Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9, right? And if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing, I Yahweh have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of Israel, my people Israel, right? So like I said, the Lord say he made a vessel unto honor and unto dishonor, right? Okay, saying it here again, right? The Lord say he deceived that prophet, right? he made that vessel unto dishonor, right? The scripture say he made uh, um he made the wicked for the day of destruction, right? Everything he made was for himself, right? Let me see if I could get that scripture anyway. Hold on. Yeah, had to jump to the blue letter, right? I don't want to lose out that scripture yet. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So you see the same thing I was saying just now, right? Scripture don't lie, right? He made all things for himself. So whether it's bad, whether it's evil, right? The Lord say he created the light and he created the darkness, right? He controls both sides, right? So you don't have to answer to him, right? Because he controls both sides. The Lord deals with balance, right? Now I'm gonna go back. Right. Let me just continue down verse 10. Right? And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Right? So for this scripture here, right? A lot of people say that, alright, after we pull these scriptures for them, right, they like to say, so why it is I must be punished for something that I was forced to do, or if it's the Lord controlling me, then why he punishing me if he making me do this, right? So forth and so forth. Now let me pull the perfect scripture for that, right? Romans 9 verse 10, right? So it goes to say, and not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her that the elder shall serve the younger, right? As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, right? Now, I pulled the scripture already in my past videos, not to stray too much off topic, right? But even though the Lord say he hate Esau, right, he still control both sides, right? We still the clay and he's the potter, right? So continuing down, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Right? At the end of the day, a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say it. Let me just pull the scripture. Alright, there's the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that Yahweh is no respecter of persons. Right? So, let me read this again before I expound, right? For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Right? Because the first thing the people and them gonna say again is that, so why does do that? God is not that kind of person. They will read it right there and still not believe, right? Because everything you learn growing up is all hugs and kisses and and niceness, right? Niceness. It's not no niceness in here, right? The Lord says no respect. Well, Peter, I believe it's Peter, right? Peter said that the Lord is no respecter of persons, right? So he will have mercy upon whom he will have mercy, and have compassion on who he will have compassion upon, right? Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy, right? So it's not of your will, it's of his will, right? Wherever he willeth is his, right? if he wishes for you to even pick up a pencil or to walk out the road, buy bread, because you're hungry or some kind of thing, it's of his will, right? To you, picking up a pencil might be something silly, right? You might pick up the pencil off the ground, right? But to you, you might watch that as nothing, right? But you never know. The Lord could have make you pick up that pencil because you could have say, well, I kick that pencil, so me need to pick up that. And then you're on your way back, you come in, you slip and fall, you bust with your head, right? Or your eye, you end up hitting your eye on something, your forehead, something could happen, right? He prevent it, right? Even though he doing it. You understand? Right? So verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Right? So, right, it's self-explanatory, right? The Lord said he raised up Pharaoh to show his power, right? Pharaoh was the most powerful man, right, on the earth during his time, right? Egypt was the most powerful nation, right? And he raised up Pharaoh to that height. Let me pull a scripture for that, speaking of that. Right, there the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings and set it up kings. Right? He giveth wisdom unto the wise and the knowledge to them that know understanding. Right? So look at saying it right here. He moved kings and he set up kings. Right? So even Rowley, right? Kamala when she had she time, right? Joe Biden, all in them. He set up them kings. Right? He put them there because he control both sides. He control all, right? He created this. He made everything for himself, right? He created everything for himself. So it ain't nothing but free will, right? And the Lord gave you free will to do this and to do that, right? That ain't making sense, right? So jumping back to this, verse 18. Therefore he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. Verse 19. Thou wilt say unto me, why do he yet find fault? For who had resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that replies against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made thus? Right? So that is the same thing I was saying. So the Lord created you, right? And he made you either to be honor or dishonor, right? So after you end this now, you're still going to ask, so why the Lord made we for, right? There's a movie or this is a game. This is the Lord's movie, yes. This is the Lord movie, right? Like I said earlier, he created all things for himself. Right? You can't want to question the Lord like that and ask, so what he make me for? Right? He gave you breath and life, he could take it away. Right? And don't think about it as when you're dead, you're just dead, Right? And matter of fact, I have a scripture for that too. Right? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28. Now this is in red, This is in red. This is out of the Lord's mouth himself. Verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? So, don't feel when the Lord out your light, right? He just switch off the light then, right? The man busting the wires, everything. It's not no jokey kind of death. Right? You're getting a gruesome death. And a lot of we people gonna get put to death with the 2/3 for the shit that they're doing. You understand? So, yeah. But anyways, let me continue. I ain't want to stray too much. Verse 21. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and unto dishonor? So see it in the scripture again. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Everything connect. Everything's connect. You understand? Right? Verse 22. What if God, or what if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? You see? So the Lord does what he wants. He's no respecter of person. Right? If he were you to go out on a mission, right, and he could basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Like we say you get a mission from the job you're in there. Like we say you're in a little assassination. You go out to kill 1 person, you kill that person, and you end up dying after. Because somebody else shoot you too. Anybody ever see the Killer Bean movie? When they send Killer Bean on a mission to kill this man Jet Bean. No, a lie. Dark Bean. And they send Jet Bean to kill he after. Right? They try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because they know he was out of hand. Right? But that is beside the point. Right? But the Lord come like he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He wants to get rid of he. And at the same time he wants to get rid of you. Because why? You was a dishonored vessel. Right? He made you that way. You can't be vexed. That is why I just always give thanks and praises to the Lord for bringing me into the shoot, because he didn't have to choose me. He didn't have to choose me. Right? I could have been a vessel unto dishonor. You understand? So I very glad that I was brought into this shoot. Right? And I was taught this shoot. And I am still learning and I'm still in it. And I pray and ask that he always keep me in this truth. And I also pray for my brothers too, same way. And my wife and their family. Not just the wives, because other brothers have children too. You dig? So yeah. I hope this lesson was edifying. Right? Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Oshai. I hope all you learned something. So I just want to say, Kala Layam, La Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation unto the brothers who teaching and preaching the truth through the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites. Shalom unto the Akwats who listening and learning and being faithful unto their husbands. Alright, say shalom, shalom.